energy stored in the capacitor. Now this is the capacitor. It is connected to the battery. Now before giving any charge or before connecting, charge on the plate A will be 0, and when it is connected, then positive charge will travel through the wire and will get stored on the plate A. Now in a same tendency, when the first charge will move, after that the second charge will try to move, and when the second charge will move, then it will face the opposition because the charge already present on it. So in that case, this battery has to do work. Now this work done by the battery, it is get stored in the capacitor in the form of its energy. So in this way, what is the work done? That is, we are going to calculate, and that work done is stored in the capacitor in the form of its energy. So let us suppose we are having a capacitor with capacitance C, area of plates, and D is the separation between plates, and between the plates there is vacuum or air. So therefore capacity can be given by the formula A epsilon naught upon D. Any problem? बोलो ठीक है. Now here V is the potential difference, V is the potential difference which is connected across this one. So this is the expression for the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. We have already discussed about it. Now let us suppose during this process of charging, at any instant the charge on capacitor is Q, and at any instant charge on capacitor is Q, and potential is V. Now if battery supplies very small charge, dq, now this dq charge is very small, because we know that a concept we know. I will write down here red. What is the concept? The potential of the capacitor was directly proportional to the charge. Now in this case, when the Q will increase, V will also increase. Here we have considered when the charge is Q, potential is V. So therefore when the battery will supply charge, then this charge will increase and hence V will also increase. Now to keep this V constant, we have taken this charge supplied by the battery to be very small, so that this potential, it remains constant. That is our major concern. It should not change, it should remain constant. So this therefore we have taken, if the battery supplies very small charge dq, then the potential will remain constant. So in that tendency, when the battery will supply charge here, in this way, and already charge present is q, so battery will have to do the work. Now here we have considered dq charge, therefore potential will remain constant. So therefore small amount of work done, by battery कितना होएगा? वर्क डन का फार्मूला क्या होता है? पोटेंशियल इनटू चार्ज सप्लाइड। याद है फार्मूला? ये फार्मूला कितों आया? मैं इधर लिख देना इन रेड कलर. What is this? We know the potential is equal to work upon charge. So therefore if we cross multiply, we will get work is equal to potential into charge. So using this concept, we are writing here the small amount of work done by the battery, work done is equal to potential into charge. Clear? Now we know C is equal to Q upon V. Now we know that C is equal to Q upon V. Therefore, from this expression, we can write V is equal to Q upon C. Now this value of V is equal to Q upon C, it can be put in this expression V dq. Therefore, above expression will become dw, small amount of work done, which was equal to V dq. Now it will become, if we put the value of V from here, then it will become Q upon C into dq. Therefore, small amount of work done is Q upon C into dq. To find the total work done, या नेट वर्क डन, की करेंगे? We will integrate the above expression. Therefore, W is equal to dW, integral of this one, and integral of Q upon C dq. Now whatever is constant, we will take it out. Capacitance is constant. What is left? Q dq. Now here is Q raised to power 1 into dq. And we know the formula of integration. What is it? Increase the power by 1, divide by the increased power. So it will become 1 plus 1, 2c q square. So therefore, work done by battery, it comes out to be 1 by 2c q square. So therefore, this is the expression for the work done. Now this work done, by the battery will get stored in the capacitor in the form of its energy. Therefore, energy stored in the capacitor, generally represented by U, is equal to Q square by 2C. So this is the expression for the energy stored in the capacitor. हेडफोन लगाए नेहा ला उतार दे इन्हों हेडफोन उतार दे clear now we know the formula U is equal to 1 by 2 Q square upon C. Now we know V C is equal to Q upon V, so therefore Q is equal to CV. नेहा बंद कर दे माइक. If we put Q is equal to CV, then U will become 1 by 2. In place of Q, we will write CV upon C. It will become 1 by 2 C square V square by C. 1 C will be cancelled out. Formula will become CV square. This is the second formula, and third formula is if we put from this one C is equal to Q upon V, then another formula will become 1 by 2 Q square by Q divided by V. This V will move up, it will become 1 by 2 Q square V by Q. Q will be cancelled out, it is equal to QV. So therefore we got three formula. First formula, second formula, third formula. So therefore finally we got the expression for U. It is equal to 1 by 2 Q square by C. Second formula is 1 by 2 CV square. Third formula is 1 by 2 QV. These three formula all are for energy stored in the capacitor. What is the special? In this formula V is not there. In this formula Q is not there. In this formula C is not there. So depending upon the situation, depending upon the, we can say that values given in the numerical, we can use any one formula out of these three formula. Is it clear? Now in combination, in combinations, what will be the total energy? Now first one is series combination. In the series combination, what is same? I have told you yesterday. What is same? Anyone? In series combination, what is same? Very good. Q is same. Now you can see here we are having Q. Clear? So therefore we will use this formula to find the energy stored in the combination. As U is equal to 1 by 2 Q square by C, and we know that in the series combination, if this is the CS equivalent capacitance, then it will become Q square, and what is the CS? 1 upon CS was equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3 plus so on. ऐसा ही सेगा ना? So therefore if we will open it, then it will become 1 by 2 Q square by C1 plus 1 by 2 Q square by C2 plus 1 by 2 Q square by C3 plus so on. And what is this? This is the energy stored in capacitor 1. And what is this? This is energy stored in capacitor 2, and similarly so on. So therefore in series combination, the net energy of this combination is equal to sum of energy stored in the individual capacitors. Next one is parallel combination. Now in the parallel combination, what is same? In the same potential, बिल्कुल सही. Potential is same. Now I will go back and I will see the formula where the V is there. Now you can see here is the V. Sanu Q नहीं चाहिए, because in this case you can see that here Q divides. Now whatever is divide, that we will not take in the formula. Now you can see that here V is there, which is same. Q divides, Q is not there, so therefore this formula is suitable for us. In the previous article we have seen that here in the case of this one, you can see that in this case same is Q, but V divides. So as V divides, so therefore we will take that formula where there is no V. So therefore there was no V. That is why we have used this formula. Here we have used the formula where the V is same. So therefore by using the formula 1 by 2 CV square, here by using formula U is equal to 1 by 2 CV square. Is in a formula. Clear? So therefore what it will become? So therefore U net will become 1 by 2, because V is constant, it will be same, and therefore here C is C equivalent, and this is a parallel combination, it will become CP. But CP was equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on. So therefore it will become 1 by 2 C1 V square plus 1 by 2 C2 V2 square V square 1 by 2 C3 V square and so on. And this will become energy stored in capacitor 1, energy stored in capacitor 2, energy stored in capacitor 3 and so on. So therefore in the parallel combination also, energy, net energy is equal to sum of the energies stored in the individual capacitors. Is it clear? So therefore why we have used this formula, which is different from what we have used in this formula? Because I have told you here Q is same, that is why here we are having Q which is same, and here in this article same is potential, so we have used this formula where the Q is not there, V is there. So that is why from these two formula, both formula, you come to know that in both the cases net energy is equal to sum of energies stored in individual capacitors. Individual capacitors, and here is also individual capacitors. Clear?